Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday to everyone. Hopefully, you guys had a really good weekend. I had a chance to get away for about a day, but it was drive out Friday, come back Saturday afternoon. And for the time I was out there, it was fun. We did the golf thing, and I was able to go to a tournament with some friends, and it was a charity fundraiser for the Maddie Z Foundation. And they gave away a swag bag, had some nice shirts in there. They asked you what your size was and all that when you checked in. Raffle tickets, 50-50, the whole thing. Played the golf, had a chance to win a Mustang par 3. None of us hit it, so no one won that. Afterwards, they had a full spread lunch and the raffle. And those of you who see my community posts will see that I won a pair, and I paid $40 in raffle tickets. I have buddies paying like $100, $150 in raffle tickets. And you can go around and put your ticket in the little jars of the prizes that you want to win, right? So you don't just get stuck with something you don't want. So I did that. And I got called for 3 prizes, which was like really up there compared to everyone else. They're looking at me like I was like, how does this guy get called all the time? But won a pair of Oakleys. And it's like, well, these weren't my style. And I figured, you know what? I'm going to resell them. And I did. Got home, put them up for $169.99, sold them, took an offer for $140. Hey, I made $100. So, and I put a community post out there asking you guys, would you, because that wasn't a business trip scheduled, it was just a personal fun trip, but it turned into a sourcing opportunity, I guess you'd say. Would you write off the mileage, right? When I'm doing my Everlance, when I'm swiping left for personal or swiping right, I think it is, for business, which way would you swipe to classify that trip? Being that I sold the item, and I do have a cost of goods, $40 for the raffle tickets, and want to know what you guys would do and how you guys would set that up. Real quick, we got Mike Gertis is a new member, so thank you, Mike, for joining us. We're going to do, and speaking of this, we're going to do a members live on Wednesday. And I'll let you guys tell me Wednesday afternoon, evening. Actually, I can't. Can't do Wednesday, huh? So I guess tomorrow? Want to try to do it tomorrow?
It has to be earlier. What time is the thing?
Let's do like the same time, 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, 6 p.m. Eastern. And that would be perfect for the members live. And it's going to be a roundtable live where we kind of go into some stores, hopefully some members who want to. I think Mike Camparelli had volunteered, and I think also Mike Gertis had said something about getting a webcam, and we either come on the show or give us the store, and we'll kind of go over it and analyze the store and that type of thing, because we want to dive deep into some of these. And I know a lot of people are having problems with sales, and not just my, what I'm thinking, it's what other members are thinking as well. So kind of put it out there and maybe throw some ideas around to try to help you get jump started, because we want to build momentum. We're getting into Q4, and for many people, it is the time of year where their sales are, it's like a make it or break it. Their sales are the best out of the 4 quarters. That's usually where most sellers really excel. But I'm thinking, here we are in September, October starts Q4. We need to think about building momentum. And for me, I can tell you my sales were really good last week. Really, really strong stats. And
all the way up over the weekend.
Well, Saturday was fine, except Sunday, and it knew I was like, I guess it thought I wasn't home. I don't know. But I mean, we're talking Monday, 838, Tuesday, 698 in sales, Wednesday, 790, Thursday, 910, Friday, 558. That's when I left. But then we had an $842 day Saturday, followed up by a $269 day on Sunday. That's including those glasses that I sold. So without those glasses, it would have been even worse than that. Anybody want to guess what I'm selling today? Wild guess. 0. And not only 0, I don't recall having any offers to send, which is more alarming than not having the sales, because you're going to have days where you're not going to have the numbers, your sales numbers, but you're going to have opportunities to send. I usually wake up to about 10 offers to send to watchers. I think I might have had 2 this morning. And after clearing those out, I've been checking, and I still have none. About an hour ago, I did a nuclear reset on all on all items that I have one quantity of 1 on. So it left like 6 listings that were multi quantities because there's previous sales history on those, and I don't want to end those. I want those just to keep showing sales history for those listings. The other 170 listings, 170. I had about 200 before this weekend, and it's down to 175, 176 because I kept the 6, right? So 170 listings we did a nuclear reset on, and we'll see what happens here. I'm not panicking. It's not a panic move, but when you are in tune with your store, with when you're in tune with the activity that's happening on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, and you see these things happen, I've been able to get in front of these things by doing nuclear resets, and it sort of righted the ship. Maybe something's happening behind the scenes with my store. By doing a nuclear reset, those listings get reset and are disassociated with whatever is going on. I've seen it happen. I've done it too many times to where I know that it works. So that's what I'm doing right now because I want to maintain the momentum, right? I have momentum. Last thing I want is to find myself not, I don't want to limp into Q4. I want to go into Q4 strong. And so for me, I have identified a number of things. I'm at 176 listings. I got to get it up closer to 200 or more. I have merchandise out in the garage. I'm getting kind of bummed out in that what happened last year is happening again. I'm seeing it, and there's ways I can combat it, and I guess I'm going to have to do it this way. Sourcing is becoming an issue for me. I'm getting outbid on a lot of things that a month ago I was able to get no problem. And we're talking pallets. About 20 minutes ago, I bid on a pallet, $11,000 pallet. And my thought was, okay, I'll hit it for $1,100 because that's a little bit more than what I've been paying. And as soon as I hit $1,100 to bid on this thing, it was already saying you need to bid at least $1,450. And then I'm like, whoa, okay. Now, my 4040 model, I guess I could have gone to about $1,600, $1,700, but I'm just not mentally there yet to pay the prices that I haven't been paying all year long. But I guess I'm probably going to have to pony up if I want to get the good stuff. And this is a pretty good pallet. I missed on 2 good pallets today. And, I do have about 50 to 60 items still from the previous stuff that I bought out in that garage. I've listed about $1,000 worth of merchandise today. I'm going to list about another 500 to 1,000 after the live. And we're just going to you know what? I'm going to keep creating my momentum any way I can with what I can control. So I want to know what you would do. How do you build your momentum? What are you going to do to get ready for Q4 so you're not limping into October? You're going full steam ahead. I know there's a lot of you are saying, hey, forget momentum. I just want some sales, right? But you got to start somewhere, and you got to have a plan. You can't just wake up in the morning and say, I think I'll list a few items today. That's not the way you want to do it. You got to have a plan. Approach this. If you really want it bad, and that's just for some, we don't want it bad enough. Let's be honest with each other. It's, cool to get some sales, but maybe you're not motivated that way. Maybe you want to get motivated that way. I don't know if I can help you with that. But all of us have to figure out what it is we want and how we're going to go about doing that. And the answer for everyone's going to be a little different. For me, it's being a little bit more aggressive with sourcing. I gotta stay on top of it, because if I get into a place where if I'm going to yard sales in October, and this is just for me, not for you, for me, if I find myself going to yard sales in October, then my main sourcing isn't working out, and that's not good. And you'll know, I'll be telling you about what yard sales are available and where I'm going if that happens. And that's plan B. I don't want to be in plan B. I want to be in plan A going forward. So what's your plan A? How are you going to get there? What is your plan? And that maybe you've not thought about that, but how are you going to improve your situation now going into Q4 and building that momentum? That's what I want to know from you guys. Now, I want to share something with you before we get to the comments. I did hire someone, and she starts tomorrow. Her name is Susan, and she's going to help me with photos out in the garage. Just stop yourself. Let me tell the story here. And it's not stupid. You know, I'm out here with some heavy items, right? Now, she's not going to take any photos. I'm going to be taking the photos. She's just going to be moving the item around for me. It's just going to save some wear and tear on me. Now, she's so stupid. Now, what's cool is she's petite. She's got curves. This is going to be a lot. She's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just telling you this right now. She's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't with you. I really can't.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And only thing is, based on our conversation, I get the sense that she's a little bit lazy, and I don't know how it's going to work out. So you guys want to see who I'd show you a picture of her. Here it is. Here she is.
So stupid.
I picked up a lazy Susan.
Aww.
And this lazy Susan is going to, and I saw this in someone's listing. I had a receiver that I was listing today, and I'm like, lifting it up, moving it around, and I'm like, there's got to be an easier way. So why not get this? It's like 10-inch diameter, and you put it underneath the receiver or whatever large item you're listing, and that way you can move it into the different positions where you're taking the photos. Because I do photos of the front, the top, the sides, the back, zooms into the connections on the back, zoom into the buttons on the front, and zoom in the model number. And I don't want to be lifting things, right? Because some of these are like 10, 20, 30 pounds. And I would rather just save. It's about saving time and optimizing processes. So this one was $9, whopping $9. And it's going to arrive tomorrow. So how many of you guys really thought I hired somebody? I mean, she kind of screwed it up. She has no poker face at all.
No, I don't.
Not at all. Because
he pulled the same one on me this morning.
I wanted to see your reaction. Yeah, she's got curves and she's really petite. Mike Camparelli says, hi, John and Jenna and FA family. Hope everyone is gearing up for Q4 so as to take advantage of increased buyers who will be on the site during this time. It is what most of us look forward to all year. For me, motivation always comes when I make sales, so I keep on listing. The opposite is also true. No sales, no motivation. This is a catch-22 situation. What to do when sales are off? Some answer list.
Same answer.
Well, some will answer list as well. And that is the thing. Listing, you got to do what you can control, but it's not just listing, right? If sales are off, now in my case, it was down to 175 listings. That's lower than I want to be. I want to be over 200 if I can get there. Sales are outpacing my listing because of all the distractions that, I choose to do it, right? People come calling and they want to visit or want, me to come out. And, it's like, okay, I've got a decision to make. Thankfully, the week was good enough to where I told myself, you know what? Are you willing to sacrifice this time for a slow sales weekend? And knowing what happened this week with good sales, I was like, okay, whatever happens this weekend on is kind of gravy. As compared to the previous week, I didn't do so great in sales. And so I'm okay with that. I'm not in panic mode or anything like that. But I do know there's either list, right? And I need to do that to build my store. As your good stuff gets sold, you only have the stuff that's still there that's maybe not as hot. I still have some decent items, but a lot of what sold were good items that I had listed. So I need to replenish that stock. And I've done that little bit of that this morning. But you also have to maintain your current listings because, you might have hundreds, you might have thousands of items in your store. And you got to ask yourself, why is this item still here? So you need to go into those listings and change them. Find out why that item hasn't sold. Has it sold for anyone else? If it hasn't sold for anyone else, then, there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do with that item because it just doesn't have the demand. But if it has sold for other people, You need to get in there and be an inspector and figure out and investigate, why has this sold for someone? What is different about their item that allowed them to sell it than mine? And it could be exposure. Maybe you're on page 2 or 3, you're not promoting. It may be your photos aren't too good. Maybe it is your price is too high, but you have to be willing to be honest with yourself and get in there and figure it out, because if someone else can sell it, there's a market for it. We got Keith Pitco says, hi, John and Jenna. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
Pitco says, I had a bit of a slow weekend, to be honest. Picked up a bit today, though. Jackie Bleckner says, hello, all. Thanks for being here, Jackie. And Karen Wolven says, hi, John and Jenna. Interesting day. 2 packages sent out on September 3rd. 1 didn't arrive. My mistake. Customer who received the package never contacted me and sat on it for 5 days. Don't you love that?
Wow.
We had someone that reached out to us and said, oh, it was delivered, but it was delivered to the wrong mailbox. And I know it's not your fault, but can you reach out to USPS? No. If I reach out to a generic rep from USPS and say that, what do you think they're going to say?
How delivered it.
Yeah. How am I going to know if it was put into the wrong box or not? You need to talk to your carrier. But even if he talks to his carrier, I mean, if you made, how many mistakes do you remember making that you didn't stumble on, that you made a mistake? You don't even realize you made a mistake. So how are you going to know you made a mistake? You're going to be like, I delivered it, right? So I think he's out of luck on this one, and it doesn't fall back on the seller at all. Mike says, been pretty consistent, Keith. Nothing exceptional, but grateful that my stores had dependable activity for some time. Yeah. And hopefully you can make the show. And if tomorrow's not going to work for a lot of you guys who want to be involved in the members live, let me know. We'll try to work around whatever what the consensus is on that. And of course, you can always be a member. Mike Gertis did sign up, and we do try to bring little value by doing shows like that. And the reason why we don't do shows, roundtable shows, where we can anyone and their mother can watch, because it's really unsettling for someone to say, here's my store, and know a couple thousand people are going to watch it versus only about 30 or 40 people. A lot of people don't want their information out to the world like that. Let's see. Got a lot of folks that showed up early, which is kind of cool. We had Henri Squaw. Thanks for being here, Henri Squaw. We got Joe Samard. Thanks for being here. Beard Moist. And we got to come up with a different word for you to use.
Dry.
Ping G says, happy Monday, John and Jenna and the chat.
Hello.
Thanks for being here, Ping. Flippin' Good says, happy Monday. Duncan says, uh-oh, John pop-ups intro again. Hey, it's 30 seconds. It ain't going to kill nobody. Coppercat says, hello, FAE family. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
Callie Deb says, hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. We're doing good. Thank you.
Yes.
Hope you're doing as well. Doing well as well. Devon's with us, and Shanna Anhalt's with us. So thanks for being here.
Hello, everyone.
Flippin' from the trailer is with us. Yes. Says hello, everyone. Duncan says eBay seems slow. It does not help that a buyer said he could not see any of my items. Hear lots of people saying it's slow. Tuesday here. Yeah, that's if it's slow for you, Duncan. That's concerning. Even though you're on the other side of the pond. It speaks volumes. And my only thing is this: when you're seeing a decline, like my thought is it's the economy, right? So you would expect to see kind of a gradual decline to nothingness, right? Not great activity and then boom. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And I'm not going to freak out about yesterday. I'm not even going to freak out about today. I'm more concerned about not having offers to send to watchers. And that tells me that people aren't clicking into my listings. So even after adding some stuff today that I believe would have decent value, have actually pretty decent sell-through rate, have high STR, have high ASP, really high ASP. A lot of times those are where your clicks are coming from. You're getting a lot of offers. Nothing. Just nothing. So we'll see. Spam says, aloha, F.A. Ohana.
Aloha.
Mike Sellers says, happy Monday, John, Jenna in chat.
Hello.
Thanks for being here, Mike. We got Casey, New York says, hello, everyone. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Biff Buffo says, I neglected eBay over the weekend and it slowed down a good starting week. I only put in 10 eBay hours all week. I have 4 days away from the kitchen, so I'll revive by listing. And I just do believe, now people will debate this, right? That you don't have to list every day to really get momentum. But I really believe that has to be a part of the equation. We're talking not a whole lot, right? And some will say it's the number of listings. I really think it's just the value you're putting into your store in relation to what you have currently listed. So currently I have about $15,711 in value in my store, and that's only about 176 items. So as you can see there, my average ASP, and this is before shipping, my average sales price or list price is somewhere around $80, $85. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm adding value. It's more quality over quantity for me. But then again, it's activity, right? So sales, listings, maybe end items sell similar, or maybe get in there and start fixing listings. And it could be anything from photos, adding more photos. If any of you guys have your listing quality report, I'm sure that if you were able to run it, eBay would probably tell you, hey, you need to add more photos to your listings, because the people that are in the top 10% of your category are putting more photos than you are. And I think that is true for many, many of us. John Worldwide Weber says, I love the Easter Bunny. Yeah, that one was a good one, but it got too damn hot with that thing on my head. Duncan VR says, how do you slow down time? The days are just going too fast. Every day, the same damn thing. Yeah, it's as you get older, time is going to go faster. I just think that's how the world works. I remember being a kid and it seemed like time would come to a standstill as we got close to like Christmas, right? You're like, oh, I can't wait for Christmas. Can't wait for Christmas. And, or you're looking forward to your weekends to, like you're at school and you're like, okay, it's Monday and this week is dragging, right? And it's time just, and it's all perspective. Time goes the same speed for everyone. But I think as you get older, it just goes faster. Duncan, you're not alone with slower sales. Yeah, I think a lot of us are. Mike Sellers has got my sale just before I hit the like button.
Yay!
Yeah, retroactive. Larry Todd's, yeah, you spend money and sold it. It counts for business expense. Okay, that's one vote. Duncan VR says, I hit the like button, but Jenny, no sale.
I'm sending sales. They're sporadic. You have 24 hours.
Basket Noodle says, I'm awake, sort of. Just ate my Philly cheesesteak from Jersey Mike's. It was fab. Fair at best. Yeah, I like the number 9. I think that's the turkey, roast beef, and bacon sandwich there. That's pretty good. Biff says, I don't believe the IRS would accept writing off that mileage if you read the code. So is it intent? So my intent is to go to a yard sale in California or a bunch of yard sales in California, right? So this is a scenario. You go there, your intention is to buy stuff, and all the yard sales are just trash, right? It's like nothing good. It's like one of those days. Everyone's had one of these days going to yard sales where, you have the money, you're fired up, you want to buy some good stuff, and it's just all just stuff you wouldn't bother buying to sell. So you go there, you get shut out. Do you write that off because your intent was to buy? You went and you didn't, buy anything. Is that something you can write off because of the intent? Or I had no intent, but I ended up getting something that I was able to resell. That's two different scenarios, but I'm thinking that both would qualify. Jerry Johnson says, I would count it as a business trip. Chastity says, I need a refund on my like from Friday. Had 0 sales on Saturday. It's just, I just sent it to you. Was that our FedEx guy? I put all the FedEx packages out. We had a lot of FedEx packages, and we had 2 Santa bags of 2 big Santa bags, and our carrier is going to be agitated because he's got 2 Santa bags
Coming.
that he's got to deal with. As you guys can see, that's our carrier. He's standing outside of our door. And I'm just curious how this is going to go down when she hands the bag. Continue. He's really cool. I'll be back for the other one.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, he's a good guy. So, Biff says, hi, Devon. Thanks for being here. Biff, Callie Deb says, doesn't seem like you could write off the trip unless you actually went there to source. So that's how does the IRS or any entity know what your intentions are? You know, I guess that's what I'm saying. If you let's say you go somewhere and your intention is to visit family, and maybe you have a couple hours to kill, and on a weekend, and you're able to go to a couple yard sales, you know, and you really do well, and you bring stuff home. Duncan says, okay, I got to get cracking and packing. Wish me luck. Well, good luck. Gail Carlson says, hello, John, Jenna, and FA family. Thanks for being here, Gail.
Hi,
and
Gail.
thank you for being a member. Basket Noodles says, look at the good side. You don't have the customer I did from Singapore. Oh my gosh, what a bad trip down WTF Avenue. Yeah. I had this potential customer that I guess I did have activity today. I've had 3 questions about this pool pump that I'm selling. And it's like, actually, no, it's a garden pump. I guess that's why she might be. I thought it was a pool pump, but I have AI. I have a pool behind it. I don't know. But she's asking me, can this handle this load or that load? I don't know what the heck it can handle. I mean, I'm not an expert at pumps. You know, that's just the thing. So I went on to Amazon. I found the listing for it, and where you could click on ratings, right? The customer rating, and above that, there's an area where you can type in, and AI will look at all the feedback to try to answer your question. And it was able to answer some questions for me. It's pretty good little tool. No toilet seats sold today. I don't think we had any this weekend, right?
No, but we had a ton of shipping. I am worn out.
And you had some pretty jacked boxes to deal with. I had some. I had this. What is it? Breville. It's a Breville air fryer. That's like
I
one of
just
the
hope it
expensive
makes
ones.
it. Honestly,
I mean, it's padded really well on the inside.
I added more,
Yeah.
and I taped the living daylights out of it.
Yeah, the box was jacked though. Duncan says, but in all fairness, I used a slow time to add more items than I just praise something sells. Biff says, I think there's a lot of business mileage myths, kind of like the other tax myth. If I don't get 1099, I don't have to claim that income. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I guess because I'm not a CPA, right? And that's why I ask the masses, what is the right thing to do? So is it and that's why I'm asking, is it intention? So do I intend on buying? So this is a trip for business and the results don't matter. It's just about intention. And if you were audited, right, how do you separate the ones where you intended on buying something from the ones you just kind of backed into buying something? That makes sense. Devon says, I had Oakley's listed forever and not too expensive. Then again, I have not seen them in my listing. That's not good. Basket Noodle says, I suppose I could tell on my friend John his things for sale and he's a good guy.
No.
We can watch the sparks fly, holes in the walls, prescription medications 101. John, Worldwide Weber, 0 on eBay today. Also, Amazon picked up the slack. The day is young. Duncan says, John, how do you do a nuclear reset? Put your eBay store in the microwave? Well, nuclear reset would be taking your entire store. In my case, it's all but 6 items. Those are the ones that had multi-quantity. But all but those and end item. Just end it. Now, those go into your ended items. And then you then highlight all. And then you go into sell similar under action. I believe it's under actions. Sell similar. And then it'll take you to a little menu where you can select things that you want to do. I did make some changes. Made a change to the promoted rate. And I believe that was it. And then I just launched them, right? So really not a big change. Maybe I upped the promotion by like 1%. I did it across the board. Those have been sitting around, not being sold. I would say there's a good 20 to 30 that I really need to port over anyway to the other store. They've been kind of sitting for a while, and it's time to get them out of my store. But I don't want to get my store size under where it's at right now. So once I get over 200, then I'll start pushing over listings to the other store. John just hit the like. Thank you for doing that. Basket Noodles says, guy orders, tells me wrong address, cancel order, enter new address, and ship. Yeah, but this one was like, it's been delivered. Oh, okay. Let the fun begin in explaining. EIS to this fella from Singapore who replied, someone is contacting you. And I have to say, Kevin is in hiding today.
He's in hiding.
He's not in Lakeland. Don't know where he's at, but good evening to you. Nice to see you.
At least we know he's on the East Coast.
Yeah.
He said evening.
Larry Todd, getting ready for Q4 after my nap. Basket Noodles is followed by saying he's been stalked, has no friends, insists someone is contacting me for weeks on end.
Wow.
Larry Todd bought $1,800 new inventory today. Please, someone come over here and list this stuff for me. I hope it's not toothbrush holders again. No, this person's not from Singapore. They're from Florida, thankfully. I think they're in Florida, right? Florida?
Which one?
The one with it was delivered, but it's not delivered to me. It was delivered to my neighbor or something like that.
I think it was Texas.
Todd, does Susan work on Fremont Street? This is where they started catching on. Don't fear the yard sale plan B. You've had success with them in the past. Mm-hmm. I have, but it's not a good sign because, see, yard sales to me comes uncertainty. Could be good, and I guess you could say right now people are a little bit more desperate to get money, right? So you may get really good deals, but it could be where it's just junk, and I don't want to buy stuff that doesn't have high ASP. I'm loading my store up with high ASP from where I'm sourcing now. I just can't see myself replicating that through a yard sale. Primo says, please stop. Yeah, lazy Susan. Yep. Duncan says, why hire Susan? Just hire Jeannie.
Because I can't lift some of those things. I mean, literally, some of these things are 40, 50 pounds, and I have arthritis in my elbows. And so John has to bring them into me. I do the repair on the box, and then he has to take them out to the pile for FedEx.
Yeah, for $9, it's worth seeing if it's going to be better. I think it would be, having it on the table. And if it's an item that's going to be larger, just place it in position, put the item on it, and then now I can rotate it and take whatever angles I want without lifting it. Because some of these items are 20, 30 pounds.
And I'm just afraid that you might break Susan because
$9, right?
She
doesn't get paid.
You're going to put 40, 50 pounds on that sucker, and it's not going to be stable at all.
Well, then I buy another one, or don't I just go back to plan A, which was without Susan. No Susan.
Susan might get fired real quick.
Yeah. Basket Noodle, you could have hired someone from Singapore. Shame on you. Gail has one of these.
Turntable works, says Woody Hayes.
Yeah, but I could just $9. This is cheaper than buying a microwave turntable. Gail says, I have one of those, works great. I was wondering how Jenna was handling the new assistant. I can hear Primo Chemo putting his sounds on. Yeah. You know what? My sounds went away. I think she deleted them. I didn't touch
your stupid stream deck.
Something went wrong here. So
nothing went wrong. You just don't know what you're doing.
No, it's not here anymore. My sounds are literally gone. I have every setting set up, but my sounds.
I think you need to push a different button.
It's under sounds, man.
It's right there.
No, there's no sounds. These are all different buttons. Sounds is where the sounds were at. They got deleted. So I got to go back and figure it out. Hustle Magnet says they have updated the app once again. This is getting old.
Yes, they have. I saw that too.
Get used to it.
Get used to it.
This is how eBay rolls. We are beta testers. We work within their software and their app on their whim, right? You just got to get used to it. Now that there's one way around that, if you wanted to just avoid dealing with eBay's website altogether, you can use a third-party lister like your Tree Cats. Go in, create your listings, and then push it over to eBay that way. And now they interface with eBay, so any changes eBay makes shouldn't affect them. I don't believe it does.
No,
the drop downs are all the same.
Major.
So you could do something like that. Samantha Hunter says, just signing in. Good evening, John and Jenna. What's up? Hi, FAE viewers.
Hello,
thanks for being
Samantha.
here. Silver hair, round bottom, flat top. Come on, Susan. Basket Noodle. Did I mention he ordered video games? Oh yes, I should be surprised, but somehow my hair was on the floor. Says no. 4TP, she may be lazy, but she'll spin you around, baby, round, like a record, baby, round. No, it's right round, isn't it? Right round, baby, right round. John, my plan for momentum is small daily goals that I can accomplish that give me the feeling of moving forward, which should give me a dopamine hit to keep me moving.
Yep.
Yeah. And anytime you're making goals, you need to make sure they're realistic, right? So like the goals that Primo set today for himself, going from 2,000 to 10 is probably not realistic unless you're making a change, a huge change, change to how you're sourcing. If you're doing everything the same, unless you're really pumping up the volume of how many items you're getting listed, you're scaling things, then it's going to be hard to do it. Going back 2 years ago, when we were just doing, at that time, we were just dealing with the pallets. Some of these pallets were bad, worse than I've ever seen. We were trying to make that work, and it was just horrendous. There was no continuing down that path would have just been horrible. So the changes we made really, really helped us, and we don't have to work as hard. Samantha, why is it quiet? No talking.
I think she had something wrong with her sound.
Ah, yes. Our mouths are moving, so we're saying something. Karen says, hi, everyone. Just got on. Well, nice to see you, Karen. Thanks for being here. Larry Todd, where's Beard and Josh? I know Beard came on and said moist, and he took off. And
He's
Josh
probably napping.
Josh is too busy.
Josh is busy.
Josh is too busy. Now, this is going to...
Your mouth was moving, but nothing was coming out. Josh is too busy. What?
I want to say this the right way, because I don't want this to come off the wrong way. He's busy making like a huge move, right? And I guess I'll let him explain. He's probably watching, but we're probably going to talk about this on the PPP when we get together this week at some point. I don't know what day we're going to get together, but talking
to be Thursday.
Yeah, something, but he's making a huge change, right? And it involves backing off of eBay and going elsewhere, like Shopify-ish kind of thing. And for me, though, I've never really heard anyone having better success. Now, maybe this is my ignorance, but I haven't heard anyone having better success on a Shopify type platform over eBay, right? eBay, because eBay's the only difference between eBay and anything else is the traffic, right? If Mercari had eBay's traffic, we would be talking about Mercari right now, I think. These sites don't have eBay's traffic. Now, can you push eBay volume of traffic over to a Shopify account without breaking the bank? Because you have to pay Google to push your items to their search engine, right? You got to generate traffic. And that is the number one. I would have done Shopify a long time ago, but I just haven't heard anyone having huge levels of success. Now, maybe there are. I don't know. But I just don't think eBay is at that level. It's that bad right now where we should be doing a mass exodus away from the platform. Basket Noodle says, I told him eBay messaging is to be used for eBay business only, and get back. You're lying. Someone has contacted you. I have no friends.
What the heck? This guy's psycho.
Yeah, that's a block.
Had a couple of those.
That's a block. John says, I watch too much YouTube. Knowledge without action is useless.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, take some action, right? If you are continually not selling, well, doing what you've done the last couple months, what is that going to do for you? I mean, other than frustrate you, because you're like, this worked 2 years ago. It's not working now. Well, it ain't working now, right? And how long are you going to continue down the path of it ain't working now before you finally do something different? So that's something different. Could be what you're selling, how you're selling it, how you're approaching there's a lot of different ways to change, but you got to be willing to at least try something new. Samantha says, okay, I'm good now. Yes.
On the sound.
Yeah. John says, thank you, John and Jenna, for all the knowledge. Well, I thank you guys for being a part of that, learning. I mean, just learning through you guys, and, like posing a question, going to California, not even intending on buying anything. What is the right way? And really, it isn't necessarily about what's the best way. I think I want the right way, right? What's the right way? Because I don't want trouble. Sometimes we can do things on eBay that isn't really supposed to be done, but we do it anyway because it's like it's allowed.
I mean, I just say it's not a write-off because you really didn't go there with intent to go to yard sales.
But where do you mark down intention? So it's like, okay, I got this list of days where I intended and I went to a yard sale, whether I bought anything or not.
Yeah, but you went to the yard sale. That's intent. You didn't go to California with an intent.
But when I put my ticket in the jar, I said to myself, I don't like these glasses. I would never wear these glasses. If I win, I can resell them. That was my literal thought. They actually had a Sonicare toothbrush and something else there that they were, brand new, that they were raffling. And I put a raffle ticket in that one too, saying, I don't need any of this crap, but I'm going to resell it if I win. That was my intention when the opportunity presented itself. So I guess where does the line cross? Like if I go visit Aunt Thelma and I'm just there to make sure she's having a good life, but I got 2 hours to go to a yard sale, I can't count that because I never intended to go to the yard sale in the first place.
I don't know. You're just playing games with your head.
I'm
now.
Not.
It's just you're mind effing yourself.
I just want to know where the line starts and where it ends.
There's no line, I don't think. I think it's all self, and you interpret it however you will, and you write it off if you want, and if you feel it justified, just do it.
See, Scott will say this, is the rant over yet? I put John on mute, but I know he listens to my every word. He is like totally.
Well, you can hold it against
no, so he can say, you know what? John's really doing something good with the store.
No,
I changed my listings.
Once in a blue moon. Don't give yourself so much credit.
Duncan says, I don't make mistakes on eBay. I perfect.
That's literally what he's saying right now.
Beer says, John is a cheap SOB, not fooled for a microsecond. How do you know I'm a cheap SOB? Come on.
Pen and paper.
Mike says, I'm good for tomorrow. Okay. Biff says, buyers think we have some sort of inside relationship with USPS. Reach out to USPS is like reach out to Santa.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I literally am yelling at him without this, not him, but the buyer going, what do you want me to do about it? Literally yelling at my computer screen.
Because you're kind of crazy like that.
I am crazy.
But
I am crazy.
Are we better off just making up? I hate doing this. Making up some stupid story. Yeah, I called them, spent an hour on the phone. I really told that rep what I thought, but at the end of the day, this is what she said that you should do. Go and talk to your carrier, or tell this person, I can't do anything for you. There's nothing I can do. And now they're pissed off at you because it seems like you didn't make any effort. I don't know. Which way would you handle it? Tampa Bay Picker says, hello all. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you.
Tampa.
Devon says, do videos with your pictures. Do videos with your pictures help sales? Now, are you talking about videos in your listing.
Yeah, I think that's what she's saying.
I think if the item has functionality, then it does help your sales or the sale of that item, because people want to see that it works, especially if it's a used thing. If you're saying it's new, they expect it's going to work. There's really no need for that. But if it's something that's used and has functionality, doesn't have to be electronics. Could be, it could be a manual thing that, could be a music box, could be anything. And you're showing like a 30-second clip of that it performs and functions as it's supposed to. My Gerda says, I'm still dealing with bulk label issues. I figured it out and let eBay know the issue. Of course, they won't do a damn thing. Purchase 2 labels sheet because it probably will be months before the fix.
Oh, no.
So this might be a good opportunity to go over to Pirate Ship. Go in there, create an account, add your form of payment, which is your credit card or your debit card, and then link your eBay account to it so that you just click on the little eBay button and it'll pull over the different sales that you've had, and you can run labels that way. Samantha, John, I'm trying to find better items to keep the momentum. Most of the eBay buyers are pleased with my service. Just need more and better items. And that's it. I mean,
that's always going to be the issue.
Right.
I mean, for some it's easy, for others it's you got to put some more work in. You have to do more research for your area. That's what that's how we literally 2022 was going to take us down. We were not in a good place. We were literally within inches of going back to the 9-to-5.
Yeah.
And thankfully, this guy here is very determined and found new sourcing avenues.
Yeah. And right now, I mean, things aren't looking so great for us in the sense that, I mean, sales have been pretty good on eBay, but because I don't have all my eggs in one basket on eBay, I have other things that are brewing off of eBay, not YouTube related, that involve reselling, that are kind of come to a halt. So that's income and revenue that we really have had for the last year that we don't really have right now. I don't know when it's going to resume, but just kind of shows you how the economy can affect things, right? So I've just got to be very careful, and that's another factor in the back of my mind. Now, when I'm sourcing, do I pony up $1,600 for something that I was spending $1,100 for, just so I can have merchandise? So it's being careful, but then the other side says scared money don't make money, right? So how do you find the right balance there? Mike Seller says, my sales are slow, but I'm getting one a day, so I'm kind of encouraged. Steady wins the race. Right. Right. Devon sending offers, and Callie Deb says, John, my ability to send offers was gone for the past 3 days, and then they came back today. I think they're working on the site in phases. So that could be
it.
It could be
we're on that server.
This is ridiculous, though. It's like crickets. They must have disconnected. They unplugged me. They unplugged
you. They said, none for you. You've had enough.
Samantha, the Goodwill was a bust in my area. I am scared about that.
Goodwill. I have my own opinions about Goodwill. Goodwill has never been a good source for us.
So,
ever.
Well, it's you got the DI Deseret Industries that's like 2 miles away. We got tons of thrift stores around town.
We have a lot, but we're not thrifters.
No,
we are not thrifters.
No.
That we have never earned a living by thrifting. We are liquidation and have been since we went full time. So when we have gone thrifting, it's never paid the bills. It's never made us anything substantial to pay for our lifestyle and our bills. And so thrifting for us is never, we walk into a Goodwill and we don't see dollar signs. Some may, and I'm not discounting it. Some people make a great living doing it. But it's just not the way we do it.
Flip the Thrift says, what's good from Pennsylvania? It's your boy, Flip the Thrift. I've just been listing as much as I can get ready for Q4. Hopefully you're well. We're doing great. Thanks for keep grinding. And that's kind of what we're going to do. We, we work our lives revolve around this business, right? Everything we pretty much do is
everything revolves around.
But I mean, what are you going to do? Dark Horse Fitness. So he added a little fitness to his name there. Buffo. It's Boffo, though. Just stay active now in the platform. Even if just maintenance with listings, you'll be picked up again. Devon, they have changed sending offers.
Yeah, in the app, it's they've changed the view, and you can put percentages in there now instead of just a set dollar amount.
Just be careful though, because even like on the PC, when you're sending an offer, it could default to percentage off versus the actual offer you're sending, right? So you have a $60 item, you want to sell it, you want to make an offer or send an offer for $50, and that's the amount you want to sell it for. But if you have it set for percentage off, you just offered it for $30. So be very careful.
Because I send percentages off a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times. So if John happens to go into my account and he sees that there's offers to be sent, then he will accidentally send, that offer as a percentage.
Yeah.
And he gets mad at me because he didn't pay attention.
Tenure is protecting the ignorant. Like, I've been on eBay for 50 years, and therefore I have some kind of knowledge base that someone with 3 years doesn't have. I agree with that statement, because I lived it for 26 years. There's people that had 30, 40 years of the railroad, and they didn't know nothing. They called me for help. And I was only there at the time for like 10 years. These people calling with 30, 40 years of experience. So that tenure means really nothing. Biff Boffo says, I've always put a lot of weight on numbers of offers sent because they represent page views, and it doesn't cost buyers anything to look. I think it's a drop in offer points to search glitches. So it could be that I'm unplugged right now. What happened to Josh may be happening to me. I'm kind of in an unplugged situation. We got Dave here, laughing at beard. Thanks for being here.
Oh, Dave.
Karen says, new items attract new eyeball looking. I used to not list for weeks, and I had a dead store. Listing does matter. If it's just a small 3 to 5 listings a day, it keeps the algorithm happy.
I agree.
Yeah. Dark Horse, I don't imagine it really matters what account now, though. Oh, you're on your different account. So you have a fitness, you got productions, you got all kinds of different ones. Big Dre says, hello, everyone. I will be returning to work this week, back to the daily grind.
Oh, how are you feeling, though?
So does that have to do with the performance? So I'm assuming that's probably is the performance of your reselling.
No, I'm presuming that his surgery and recovery is over.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the other, like you left reselling to go back to work, but no, you are feeling better. You're able to get back to the eBay stuff. Okay, yeah, okay. So good. That's good news.
Texas Bandit. Texas Bandit.
I guess if that's the way you want to do it. My Gerda says, eBay for sure knows each seller inventory threshold. Mine is around 50,000 listed inventory. If I don't keep up, my sales suffer. If I list more, sales come. Last year it was around 40,000 for me. Yeah, I just want to get to a place where eBay plays tug of war with me, right? I list one, I sell one. Okay, eBay, I'm trying to get it over 200. I list one, I sell one. I list two, I sell one. It's like, I'm fine with playing that game, but it's not happening today. So I'm just going to keep doing it. King of Kings says 25 to 50 goes by in a blink. Yes. It just seems like yesterday. I mean, I'm having kids right now. It's like my kids are having kids. Julie Henley says, I got my sale with my like. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did that not happen?
Yeah, it did happen.
Okay.
5 times.
Yes. She's like spacing it here. It's like, they're called grandkids.
I was thinking great grandkids. God, I would shoot myself.
Juan says, got my sale on Etsy after hitting the like. Mercari and Posh we're finally makes sales this weekend, along with a solid eBay weekend.
Nice.
Did we make some sales on Poshmark?
We did. We got 3 sales on Posh.
Oh, that's all. Did you ship them?
I sure did.
Okay, because I didn't pull them.
I did.
Okay. Dan L says it's no different than a sales. Yes, I think. Not sure what the context of that is, but it sounds agreeable. Dark Horse says the Italian and the what it's called searching stickball special.
I'm confused. You guys lost me.
There's some hidden like vocab going on in the chat here. Basket Noodle says I like my vaccine tenured. Yeah, I don't like it at all, actually. Beard says I thought John says he had high STDs. No.
Yes.
I only feel that way after watching one of your lives. No, I'm just joking. I'm not going to dog you out like you dogged me. I just can't do that. I have too much respect for you, Beard, to do that to you. Dan says no different than a salesman who writes off mileage but has no luck closing sales for a day. Jerry says if you don't purchase anything, I would not count it as a business trip. So if you intend, like I'm going to go and I'm going to hit every yard sale I can, I'm just going to max my time out and I come away with nothing. Spend all that gas and time and you don't come away with anything, you wouldn't count that. That's like, ugh, I don't know. Larry Todd, yeah, write off more than you think. Dark Horse says there's a weird one I like. Cancron, that was legit. Try it. Okay, I think there's some side conversations going on here. Karen says, love that nail polish color.
Oh, thank you.
What is that color?
It's 2 different colors, actually. It's called periwinkle.
Okay. STD, standard frantic dysfunctions. Yes. Hill Valley Vintage, so much for being somewhat optimistic on a new season for my Giants. Yeah, you and me both with my Raiders here, right? We were El Succo. But I got to say, the worst performance of the weekend was the Giants. Not only on the field, but what the hell was that they were wearing? That was hideous.
What?
That was absolutely hideous. I've never seen a worse uniform in my life. I'm going to try to show you. I don't know. It's like always does this when I'm on the live. The keyboard does not want to work. The stupid thing doesn't want to work.
Put your keyboard up here.
No, it's not. Has nothing to do with the connectivity. I want to show you guys this. It bothered me all day. And it was really, really that bad where I need to show you guys bad. That is absolute nastiness. Okay.
What the hell
we're going to show it to you right now. Why is it spinning?
So wants to show you.
I don't want to see a video. I just want to see these stupid uniforms. Okay. Now tell me that these uniforms aren't hideous. I don't even know how to describe it. Look at that.
Yeah,
that is it's horrible. Where do they get these things at? Hopefully this isn't their actual uniforms that they're going to be playing all season. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Larry Todd, spying on the postal worker is a pastime. I showed him your video of Sal
him standing out there.
Dark Horse says the IRS doesn't need to know much more than what they already know.
That is true.
Texas Bandit likes a t-shirt.
See?
John says
somebody would like it. Make
some kind of note in a journal about the intent and purchase of items on a trip if there's no receipt, just to have something to show if asked. Spreadsheets are wonderful. I agree. I don't. Let's see. Larry Todd, I'm not an expert at pumps. Could be interpreted so many ways.
That's what you said, and I'm like, wait, what?
Well, how many people here are of any kind of pump? Whatever your mind takes you, how many people are an expert in any pump? Want to know? Because I'm not. Basket Noodle says, I'd be like.
It really depends on the pump.
I'm not. No butt pumps, nothing like that.
Hey!
We were talking about that yesterday, not yesterday, but last week on last week's show. Basket Noodle says, I'd be like, I don't know, but it emptied my filthy plugged up toilet in 2 seconds. Next. Brian Barrett says, hi, FA fam. I sure hope you all are well and doing great. Thankfully, it's starting to get a little cooler here in Dallas. Fall should be right around the corner. 101 right
I
now.
wish it was right around the corner.
Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for being a member. That's very, very nice of you.
Brian?
Mike Gerda says, my guess, if IRS really wanted to press the intent, they would ask how much time was spent on personal versus business during the trip. If you can only say 30 minutes for a 3-day trip, then it's not business.
It's 103 right now.
Kelly Deb says, I actually went to a seminar on tax stuff. If your intention is to travel to a location to source and you don't find anything, you can still write off the mileage. Just record where you went. Okay. Well, I'm not going to state that because that's political. Devon says, please smash the thumbs up to make the eBay sale. Yes.
Do it.
Oh, guess who's here? We got Roman. Roman's famous quotes. If I was a bad reseller in the first quarter, then I will be a bad reseller in the fourth quarter. That's pretty true. Unless
you made really good moves
you
to
made
make changes.
If you are the same reseller in the first quarter, then you in the fourth quarter, and you are not doing well, then you're not going to be making a whole lot of money. Basket Noodle says, well, time to go feed the cat. Snake Puskin. I have to go feed him with a fork. Got to keep piling the food up or he tries to bury it.
What the heck?
There's a lot of weird stuff going on with you lately.
What's going
between
on,
your cats and your customers. What's happening here? Yeah, Block Singapore. Yeah. Duncan says, Jenna, you should ask John for a pay raise since he was hiring Susan. Is he paying you $50 an hour? I was only given Susan an $8.99 upfront salary. That was it. That's all. Not another dime.
Yeah. I'm too expensive for
Susan's not going to give me any lip. She's not going to back talk me. If I tell her to move this way or go that way, she's going to do it. That's perfect.
And I wouldn't comply quite as easy.
King of Kings, do you all post or advertise on Facebook? Doesn't seem helpful for me personally. No, I don't. I know that eBay recently has met with Meta. I don't know what for, but I can only think that it's one of two things. Maybe it is either advertising to the younger generation finally, right, on their platforms, or maybe finding a way to integrate sharing listings onto social media. So one of those two things. Let's see.
Vicky!
Tammy Weber's here. Hard to drive traffic for sure. Vicky's here. Nice to see you, Vicky.
Well, hello, ladies.
What did you drop? Honor Squad, I implemented a new coupon today. We'll see. Ooh. Interesting. I just don't know. I guess private coupons where you can maybe give a repeat buyer a coupon code. I think that really only works if you sell it within a niche. You're selling everything. I've tried it. I made my own coupon sticker, threw it on packages for like 6 months, and it's like check the coupon. How well it was doing. Didn't make one sale with that coupon. Biff Boffo says Shopify doesn't need eBay traffic volume, just needs really good convertible traffic. However, it's like starting back at square one.
Yeah.
But how do you figure all that out? And how much is it going to cost you? How much does a buyer on eBay cost the average seller, per view versus the Shopify seller cost per buyer? I'm sure there's numbers out there. Beard says, my intent is to do business every time I start the van.
Beard says he's counting every comment that you miss. You're okay. Up to number 4.
I know. I do jump around because I'm trying to stay within the flow. I don't want this to be a Roman live since Roman's here with us. I want this to be a normal. I like to bring it home within 2 hours, like to just because people start turning away. Atumari is here with making little faces. That's nice, but at least you're here. Thank you. USPS is afraid of Jenna. Beard says, I have to listen to every word. No one believes you, John, until I put my blessings on your schemes. That's pretty horrible, too. What the hell is that about? I mean, I bring the receipts. I show you my sales. I'm not always telling you, wow, I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm telling you today, I ain't killing it, right? It's like my friend Tim. He never watches the show, so I can throw his name out there. He'll send me a text. Oh, I sit with a photo of all these chips at the poker table. I just sat down at Commerce and I won $600 in 30 minutes, right? And it's like I never see him lose. It's always showing me piles of chips. Yeah. I bring the receipts. I don't just tell you the good stuff. S. Latina says, Jenna is right, John. Intent. You went on this trip intending to play golf. You told us that last live. Mm-hmm. Yes. But when are you allowed to change your mind, right? Are you allowed to go out there and say, okay, I got some time to kill. Well, I guess I can't go to yard sales because I can't write it off now. I just don't know. It just doesn't sound right to me. Biff Boffo says, if I recall, the line is 8 hours.
I just say you keep with your moral compass and you know what's right and you know what's wrong.
But at that moment, I was putting the ticket in on something I didn't want for myself. I knew in my mind, if I win that, it's going up on eBay. That was intent right there. My intent changed.
That's $40 you can write off. You can't write off the trip and the mileage because your intent was to go golf. It wasn't to go win these Oakleys.
I wish there's a way I could put up a poll. I know there's a way, but not through StreamYard. I don't know how to do it through StreamYard. How do you do it through StreamYard?
I don't know. I don't know how to use StreamYard. I don't use StreamYard.
I don't know how you do that. Kahoot. You got to use a thing called
let's
Kahoot.
Not.
Next time we'll have a poll. Whoops. Biff says, and I'll go back to what he says here. If I recall, the line is 8 hours, as in 8 hours of business per day. Not a CPA either, but one CPA is better than popular opinion. My daughter is a CPA. Okay, so there goes that. Beard says, so I guess if let's say I'm going out there for a personal, but then I declare that I'm going to look for every opportunity I can find for the business on my downtime. Is that
we
good
all
enough?
Know what your intention was,
but I want to declare it
this last trip,
right? But next time I'm going to say I want to play golf, but I'm going to do everything I can to get out there and buy some stuff.
You're just trying to make anything to justify.
Yes, I want to feel good about it,
because this is the problem is John is way too honest most of the time. He's so honest that he wouldn't ever lie about that.
Beard says, John, you're missing out. Make car videos and then you source and make content deductible, damn it. Yes, I agree, Devon. Sourcing is getting harder, and I think it's because there's other people now that a lot of people took the summer off. They're like, I ain't worrying about eBay or reselling during the summer. I'm doing the thing with the family or whatever. Now they're getting back to it, and you have more competition. John says, if a customer wants you to do something you have no control over, give them empathy and compassion. In the end, you're doing nothing, but it may pacify them, not in a deceptive way. Just be truthful.
True.
But if I know calling USPS is going to yield no fruit, do I want to spend an hour on the phone with USPS getting the answer I already know just so I can tell the buyer I made an effort? But I understand. I get what you're saying. I just don't want to waste any time. Mike Gertis says, John, I couldn't figure out how to combine ship multiple purchases from the same buyer on Pirate. Guess I could call them, or if you all know. There's got to be a way.
I think there is a way. I wouldn't be able to tell you verbally. I would have to show you.
Duncan says, I could never go back to 9 to 5 working with Richard Craniums and earning peanuts. Luckily, I don't need to have investments and properties. eBay is just to pay some bills and extra cash.
Oh.
Richard Cranium.
Stupid.
Chastity says, 90% of my sourcing is thrift stores. I rarely go to Goodwill anymore, though, unless I'm redonating stuff. That way I don't accidentally buy something again that doesn't sell.
Now, that would be a really shitty situation.
Yeah. Ed Bergs has actually had a customer saying he got a notification that his item has been delivered. When it wasn't on his porch, he wanted me to call the USPS delivery man on his street to find out where it is.
Wow.
Like, we have the guy's cell phone number, right?
I mean,
heck, I can't even get them to come to my house when I need them to come to my house.
When Sal, our guy, our delivery or pickup USPS, when he doesn't show up, we know we're screwed. And there's nobody we can call.
But it turned out that he's like, hey, just to give you a heads up, I came to your house today. This is last week. I came to your house today, but you don't have any scheduled pickups. So if someone fills in for me, they ain't coming. So I went in online. I'm like, oh, crap. 6 months ago, I had the whole 6 month scheduled. I guess I just didn't keep track. And,
So
they didn't have any scheduled. No. This was like last week. Nick says, I like the new way of sending offers on the app, but I do not like that you can no longer see how many people the offer is being sent to. I thought it does.
I don't look. If there's an offer to be sent, it doesn't matter if it's one person or 5 people. The offer is still going out.
Yeah. Devon says, I do not send a percentage. I send dollar offers since I had a problem that a person got a low offer I did not send. So I'm always keeping an eye on it. I want to see the amount that I put, and I want to see what it'll tell you what the percentage is.
Yeah.
If you're putting an offer. So I want to make sure that in most cases, the offer that I'm sending is going to exceed my coupon, which is 10%. It kind of makes no sense to send a 9% offer when you have a 10% coupon that they passed up on when they looked at your listing in the first place. Becky N says, I got here late and hit the like button and already got my sale.
Yes! Yay, Becky!
I need to hit that dang like button because
did I hit it?
It's not getting anything.
Did.
Let's see. Duncan, list one, sell one, return one. I had don't do that.
No.
The Roman, I thought John will say Browns. Thank God. Well, they much higher up, but yeah, they kind of laid an egg. They should have beat. Historically, Dallas struggles in Cleveland, so I don't know.
They look like high school uniforms. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, they're just ugliness.
They are ugly.
Pitco, did they buy them uniforms off eBay slightly soiled? Yeah. Designer Muppet String, go Bucks. The worst performance was Carolina. Houston really dodged the bullet drafting CJ Stroud. Yeah, that guy's going to be good. He is good. Already good. John Weber, pump up the jams.
Pump up the jams.
Pump up the jams. Hill Valley Vintage, it's their 100th year anniversary jerseys. They wore those ugly things back in the 1920s. Matched their play in the fields. Yeah, they need to burn those things. They need
to burn them.
Bad idea. Really ugly uniforms. Anissa, Roman, we love your cat and hope you're feeling better. Yeah. Hope you're feeling better.
I really do hope you're feeling better. I pray for you every day, Roman.
Yeah. How his Browns has nothing to do with how you feel. Hopefully you feel fine. Knowing the Browns aren't going to go anywhere this year. John, you get what you pay for. Yes, that's true.
This is true. So your $9.99 Susan.
She might last a day. But it's one day I don't have to pick up stuff.
Around.
Yep. Junk Trader, Anissa, well, that should be a regular feeling regarding the Browns. Yeah.
Wait, go back.
I'm trying to skip through the sidebar combo like this one here. I'm counting 4 of my comments skipped, damn it. Roman, I'm actually currently reading John's comments on my live. Yeah. He's finishing up his live from Saturday right now. Dark Horse, USPS is a little soft. I went in our local post office and albeit he did help, they're scared of COVID-19.
What?
I don't know. You ever watch
what year are they?
You ever watch the videos like one of the channels, Amagansett Press, or some of these First Amendment auditors, where they go in with their cameras and they're like filming everything, and these people behind the counter get bent out of shape. They're like, "Turn that off! Get out of the post office!"
Bunch of Karens.
Yeah, it's kind of funny actually. Duncan, can you write off a trip to the casino?
Absolutely not.
What if?
No way. There is no intention of getting anything from the casino to resell. Don't even get me started.
They have these
You are not ever.
What if I go?
That your intention was not to win the dad.
What if I go for September gift days?
You're not getting
right.
That.
And all you got to do is have 100 tier credits in the machine, and you'd get one of these things that you can resell.
No, your intention was to gamble.
My intent was to get this.
Your intention was to gamble, not to win.
See that? I got to see the law. I got to see how it's written.
No.
I got to see.
No.
Pitco says you don't have to claim on the entire trip. You can claim a percentage of the trip was for business. See, I'm getting.
I get it. Yes,
different
that's
answers
true.
Here.
However,
If the answer was the same, I'd accept
let it go. It's one trip. You were gone for barely 24 hours.
Yes. Harlan's Reselling Adventures.
Harlan.
What's up, all? Thanks for being here, Harlan. Nice to see you.
Jenna is right on this one.
I think. See, the key word is I think.
Just
in that
forget
sense.
that part of it.
Callie Deb says, John, every time you leave your house, your intent needs to be to source. Then you can just decide to golf when you're there. Yes.
She's
trying
to help you out.
If I go to source, right, and I'm like,
God.
what are you doing to my screen here? So if I go to source, you hit the button.
I didn't
Your
touch
elbow
anything.
hit my keyboard, ma'am. So if I go to source and I bring all the money, I got the receipt book, I got everything going on for yard sales, and it's like, hey, John, while you're here, you want to go play some golf? Well, sure. Does that kill my trip for resort? So
no,
it doesn't kill my trip?
Because your intention was to go for yard sales.
So I'm just intending on doing business every time I travel. I go to the store. It's not go to the store. I'm going to go to the yard. If I see a yard sale on the way to the store. Yes, nice. if I see a yard sale on the way, I'm stopping because that was my intention. But I have time to go to the store. 7
p.m. He's on his way to Smith's, but yard sale.
There, John, I told you're cheap. I got my eBay sale. It's $8. It's $8 more than I got, man.
$8 more than us.
Does Susan get fired if she argues with Jenna? No, I actually would probably take her side, to be honest with you. She'll probably get a promotion. Silver Hair says sourcing is hard. 8+ reselling and always have more I could buy. Yeah. He said sourcing's hard. 8+ reselling and always have more I could buy. So he's having a great time.
He's having fun.
And I'm trying to keep my sourcing levels the same. So I can go out and sourcing in itself is not the problem. I can buy items I can sell for $20.
Wait a minute. I have something I have to interrupt you. So my intention on Saturday was to buy stuff.
What's your point?
So every time I go out shopping, we can write that off.
So I guess if intention is what the law says, and I guess this is where the CPAs that are not watching are needed.
Why don't we have a CPA?
I don't know. We need one. We need one. I know we have someone that's a family member. We just need them to get them to watch so we can answer these questions. So does it boil down to intention, and who's to say what your intentions are? That's my whole point in all this.
I mean, because I got to go to Home Goods, and I have lots of intentions there.
Because I got to tell you, there's been many times you go to the store. How many resellers out there, when you go, Beard's one of them, I know he is. You go to the store, but your reseller side kicks in and like, ooh, that's on clearance. Wonder what? And you bring out your phone, you start looking at the solds, like, ooh, can I take this $10 item and turn it into $50? Oh yeah, I can. So you went there for one reason, but your reseller kicks in, and now you're buying stuff. So is it intention that the IRS needs to know, and how do they prove intention, right? Because it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. At least I think I heard.
So I can buy a bunch of stuff, but my intention is to.
Yeah. So if anybody out there who has not stayed in a Holiday Inn Express and is actually a CPA, I want to know what your thoughts on that is. Beard says you're cheap. Yes, it's an old commercial.
He is
Nick,
cheap.
To combine on pirate ship, just make the able under one order and manually enter the same tracking number for the other orders. So you weigh them all together, measurements of everything combined, and then you run the label, and that goes to that item because it's linked to that item. And then the other items, you just take that tracking number and you put it in the tracking number field. Nissa, swear that Richard Cranium is my ex-husband. He's legit in my phone as RC.
I think a lot of us have RCs.
Lisa Dury, John could just start a golf channel, maybe. I'm not trying to make this a golf channel, because if I did...
No, she's trying to get it so you can write off your life, basically.
No, I talk too much about golf, I think. But Midwest says I smashed the like and yeah, I smashed like and sold a $145 jacket.
Yeah,
see
that's awesome.
That's a good remark. That's a good comment. Beard, I want to hear what you've sold after hitting the. I don't want to hear this 5 skipped. I mean, that doesn't do anything for the content. Larry Todd, I received an offer from Roman I turned down after the Cowboys beat the Browns so bad. Mike, to combine orders using Pirate Ship, just print one label with the total weight and dimensions of the order. Then on eBay sold page, plug in the tracking for each of the remaining items. Mm-hmm. Yes. I thought there was a different way. Dave says, I guess we'll just call you Skip from now on. Skip. Roman says, Todd hit the like button and Cowboys kicker missed 90-yard field goal. Nick says, at the casino, hand out business cards and review each alcoholic beverage and slot machine on your monetized YouTube channel. It's all business. Yes. Duncan, John can write off the casino trip if he resells some casino chips followed by a round of golf. Well, sell some golf balls too.
Don't give him any more crazy ideas.
Yeah, I might have to. Tammy says, I always go to town with the intent to look for something to sell. Always.
Yeah, so do I.
So does that count as a selling trip?
I went to TJ Maxx and I was looking for something. Duncan,
he can even write off a trip to the bathroom since he's reselling shitter seats. So I could say it's product research, right? Vanessa, what if the opposite is true? You're going out of town for a doctor appointment. It kills you to drive by yard sales? For real, can I claim that? Pain and suffering. See, we need a CPA. We need a CPA in here.
Where did she go?
Jenna, you can go shopping and pick up a bunch of stuff, and then you're clear.
That's what I'm saying. Sunday, I went to TJ Maxx.
John Jones says we're all getting audited. Yeah, we probably have a lot of IRS agents watching.
Yeah, their keywords are
no like CPAs though
in their ears.
John says, as a single guy, I can see the benefit of a wife in this live. John, just go with it. It's a win-win. Beard, here we go. Here's one of your comments. I hope you're listening. I took Johnny to Walmart today.
Johnny?
This is Johnny, I guess.
It says Johnny. I sure hope Joni is listening.
She bought groceries and I sourced Walmart toys right off.
Hey, Joni. Joni.
Maybe he calls her Johnny when he's mad at her.
Johnny to Walmart today.
I don't know. Latina, I'll have the CPA kid quit her job and join the chat. Yes.
Yes.
The quit her job. She's just gonna have it running just while we're talking. Samantha, man, forget sourcing. Maybe I should become Indiana Jones and find a long lost treasure.
That would be cool.
My Gertis says every time I take my kids somewhere, I stop into a thrift store and purchase stuff. Mileage write-off. I live in a rural area. There he goes. So it's about 15 to 30 miles one way. Got to knock down my taxes.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Being in a rural area, for anyone having to go out and venture the world.
Golf does ruin a good walk, only if you break someone's window. Knock on wood, I've never done that yet. Todd says we should not make sketchy deductions because the politicians spend our tax money so well. Oh. Yeah, really. Yeah. Beers is a water filter I paid $25, sold 8 plush shipping to 24 plush shipping. Plush. Yes, it's plush shipping. So you really padded it up really well. I don't know what plush shipping is. Siri is a psycho biat. She doesn't understand Southern English. So I guess Southern English involves you saying the word plush with an H. So we are at the end of our rope, and it's only 4:24, 7:24 Eastern. You guys don't have any other questions or anything. I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to hear more of, what are you guys doing?
It says, bye. Thanks for the show.
Yeah, but you're in Australia. Your tax write-offs are different. If you write something off in Australia, you're not supposed to. Russia. They'll come over and they will lock you up so fast in Australia for all kinds of stuff. So I don't know.
You even sneeze the wrong way, you're in trouble.
Samantha, John, have you ever joined a golf tournament to win cash?
Yeah, he did on Saturday.
I didn't win cash. No.
No, but the intent was
I'm not good enough.
Something.
No, I've never joined a golf tournament to win cash because I'm not good enough. We had a good time though.
He says that, but he's better than a lot of people.
Beard's turning me into the IRS.
It's not deductible. I'm turning you into the IRS.
And Nicole says, I'm late to the party. A little late, but you're here. You made it. You made it.
You'll have to go back and rewatch.
So I've heard of the new eBay advertisements. I have not seen them. So maybe on Fridays I'll try to dig them up and we can take a look at them together. I just don't know where to find them.
Was it Primo? No, not Primo, but Spam was talking about them.
I think. I'm not sure. Here's my theory. I think Spam and Primo.
We had Primo, Chemo, and Span on Span. I don't know.
That you did it again.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep saying Span. It's Spam, Jenna. We had them on 1, 2.
Well, it's
3,
easier.
4.
Anytime
4 devices. Today.
Anytime I go live, so I want to hear it because I'm working. I don't want to stop. I'm going from garage to this room. So at least for me, they're on 2 in the mornings. They're on 2 different ones, and so I can just continue to hear the conversation wherever I go, that kind of thing. But
Kevin talked about commercials.
Yeah,
today.
but I have this theory about Primo and Spam. They watch the first 15 to 20 minutes, leave their comments, and then they just jet out. They're not here to respond to anything I have to say. I think that's what, because anytime I try to interact with them during the live, because I'm 30 minutes behind usually, I never hear anything again from them. I think that's what it is. They just kind of sneak in, say hi, say a few blah, blah, blahs, and then they take off.
What, to ours?
Yes.
Oh.
They cheat.
You're saying they're not here for the long haul.
I did skip the Seattle Seahawks comment. What was wrong?
Span says right here.
Duncan says, if I get locked up for claiming golf, I'll blame you, John. Well, you're in a different country.
There's Primo. He says, burr, burr, burr.
Yeah, burr, burr. That's the burr, and the burr.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Spam, for proving you wrong. Yes. Thanks for the giggles, you two. Span or Spam? Span is like the male name. I think that's like Stan. Span?
No, it's just Jenna and her
Pam.
Speech impediment when it comes to the N and the M.
We could just call her Bridget and be done with it, right?
Yeah, we could.
Duncan says, if I get locked up for claiming golf, you can't blame me for anything that happens in Australia. So do you well in auction pallets? I do well on pallets, yes. I don't I haven't had a lot of success the last week and a half, but I'm going to keep trying. I might have to get more aggressive, right? But if I always tell myself this, that if I didn't have the stuff I'm sitting on in the garage, I probably would have been more aggressive on those. I mean, one of them had like 6 Dyson products, like 2 Dyson 11s. I think one was a Dyson Detect, a couple other Dyson products, and I'm like, ooh, this one's pretty good. But then my plan was, and I told her, I'm going to bid this thing's at $600. I'm going to bid it up to 11, and I think I'm going to get it. Bid it up to 11, and it laughed at me and said, you need to be bidding $14.50 if you want this thing. And I'm like, no. And it was still within my 16%, my 40-40 model. I still didn't do it. I guess Kevin Commonwealth talked about commercials today. So that's interesting.
Yeah, but I didn't. Kevin's too early for me.
Well, they're videos. You can watch them whenever you want.
Well, he doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't pop up on my.
They're popping up. They're popping up a lot now, apparently.
Oh. Well, I was hearing.
Call me out. Well,
Spam was talking about.
Josh does that. He will come in and leave like I'm here comment, and then he'll jet. He won't listen to the live.
See, I go in and I say hello, good morning, but I'm shipping, so I don't have hands available unless it's worthy of making a comment.
Jerry says they probably come in long enough to hit the like button. Yes, I'm being used for my like button sales. I feel so used right now.
But that's a lie because you're not, because they're here.
Yeah, but there's some
and they're probably tired.
Josh uses me for the like button sale. I feel very used from now. Duncan, okay, to post my sales, my daily morning walk. Yes.
Oh yeah, get your walk in.
Pitco, I done well on auction pallets this last week.
Nice.
Samantha says, well, good night and have a great week until we meet again, hopefully within a few sales. Bye, John and Jenna.
We'll see you later. We'll see you on Friday.
601 Roliz 3. Kevin played one today on his video. I'll have to check it out. Maybe it's on YouTube
Kevin
too.
Doesn't
if we look,
pop up anymore on my stuff.
Kevin doesn't even drop in for his like sale anymore. He
doesn't need it.
He used to. Duncan says, "Can Jenna claim hairdresser as an expense if she lists something when she gets her hair done?"
I don't get my hair done,
and she doesn't list anything either, so that would never happen.
You're not allowed to laugh at that. I'm the hairdresser. I'm the hairdresser. Yes, I dye my own hair. I cut my own. Well, I did go get a haircut, but I do cut my own hair. I do my own hair.
Now, if she cross dresses while she cross lists, then that could count. William says, "I've been buying single items in a local auction near me with a goods guarantee. How does that work?" Devon, I heard on eBay commercial on iHeart.
That's Henri Squaw.
Oh, Henri Squaw. I get it all mixed up.
Where are your eyeballs?
I don't know, but Henri Squaw could be named Devon. We don't know that.
No, that's a lie.
I heard an eBay commercial on iHeart before I skipped it. Okay. Samantha, Jenna, I'm still waiting on your video.
What video?
I think you're gonna
shipping video.
Yeah. Are you gonna do that?
I don't know.
Well, we don't have anything to ship today, so this is not going to be recorded tonight. Anissa, political ads are on my YouTube now. It's like Charlie Brown teacher voice. I don't listen to any of it. It's just noise. How about all the stupid ads that pop up? The little, I don't even know if I have. I think I threw them out. I did throw them out.
I rip them into shreds and
all the ads. I don't want them. It's like, just stop wasting all this stuff to put in my mailbox. Yeah. Southern Vermont Vintage, getting our like button fixed.
Yes.
Beards, I used you for the like button sale, and it was worth $8. I'm hitting it again. Hit it 2 more times.
Go ahead, Beard.
Keith, John, you should charge a percentage of the sales from the like button. I mean, eBay get away with it. I'm like the IRS. I can't prove that you hit that like button. And this Jenna is gorgeous. Even better, it's not expensive for the win.
Oh, thank you.
And then it's 7:30 at night, and it's almost bedtime for us. Keep up early every day and in bed by 8.
Oh my God! No,
that can't be right. Nobody goes to bed that early.
No.
I mean, not even Todd goes to bed.
Not even Todd goes to bed that early.
My greatest has got my sale during the show. One of my thrift finds, started thrifting first time this year. It helps supplement little extra for my store that is 90% video games. Yeah, that's a fun one. I think that's interesting. Probably interesting to you, video games. And if you can make it work, that's really awesome. Larry Todd, annoying ad voices remind me of Anissa.
That's so rude. I would go.
And here's one person that does not need our like button sale because he's killing it without it. Oh. And that is Pete, Craigslist Hunter. Thank you, my friend, for being here. I so much want to go make a trip out that way and just drop on in and visit him at his store.
That would be so fun.
Thank you for being here, though. I appreciate you 100%. 601 Roliz says, "Well, you especially pretty tonight, Jenna."
Well, thank you.
She's always especially pretty. I got to live with her after the show. I might as well do the best that I can. Beard says, "This is a really short show. You should not have skipped all my comments." But your comments are just complaints. I got to skip some complaints. So I think that's where we're going to end it. I want to thank you guys for being here. Just a reminder, 3:00 p.m. tomorrow. That's Pacific time, 6 Eastern. We're going to have the members only live where we're going to kind of do the round table. Thanks again to Keith for that idea. Not going to be the one showing my store. It's going to be someone else. I believe it's Mike Camparelli, and really anybody else who wants to be involved in the discussion and showing their store. Be sure to tune in with us. What happened? I don't know. I'll talk about it when I do that.
No. You have to do it. No, I'm talking about giving.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, no, not today. Not today. William says, "Well, the auction has a new in-box, new open box, lightly used. And if any is new, describe correct, you get a refund. You also can test items for items that can't be tested. They give you 7 days to test." That's pretty good. That's a good way. That's a good place to source. So as Samantha says, may the sales be with you. Or may the
Oh
sales
yeah,
be with
James
you.
Earl Jones
Yes.
just died today.
Did he die?
Yeah,
No.
93. I just got the notification.
That just wrecked my day. That's no. He's the voice of Darth Vader. That's like iconic to me. That is very, very sad. Well, guys,
right there.
Yeah, he did die
93.
2 hours ago. Wow.
3 hours ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that. So here's to the James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader.
So sad.
He has other voiceovers as well, but very, very great, iconic actor. And man, all these people just dying off make you feel old. So want to thank you guys. Want to thank you, the members. Join us at 3:00 tomorrow Pacific, 6 Eastern. And we're going to sign off now. And I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your week. Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys.